Haven't seen the ballot box.
No, sir.
Are you aware of what I'll refer to the Willett Dixon voting dispute? Let me, where are our plans? I want to show you Plaintiff's Exhibit 1 and ask you if you can recognize that.
Yes, I do.
That's a memorandum from Mr. Watson to the City Commission.
Yes, it is.
Did you type it?
No, I did not.
How do you happen to recognize it?
I was asked for a copy of this morning.
This morning?
Yes.
And you don't remember having seen it before?
I didn't. I'm sure I've seen it before, but I didn't read it or anything.
You know who typed it?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Let me ask you if you've seen this before, which is Plaintiff's Exhibit. What's the number there, Robert? Number three.
I saw it again. I pulled this morning.
Never, and you don't recall having seen it before?
No.
Okay. And you don't know anything about the circumstances under which that memorandum was written or that advertisement was taken out?
No more than it involved our recent election.
That's all you did. Did you receive any phone calls from people complaining somehow about the election?
Not that I can recall.
Now, you assisted in the canvassing board meeting on the evening of April 11, 2006. Is
Yes,
that correct?
sir.
Now, apart from that, did you have any function at all in the election?
Yes, I did.
What was the other function?
I was an inspector at the Turkey Creek poll.
What precinct is that?
I apologize, I don't know the precinct number. It's located at the country club in Turkey Creek.
Okay. And what did you do as inspector?
Verify, we had to get a picture ID, verify an address, and check signature, have the voter sign in the book.
And then would you hand them the ballot, the voters' ballot?
Yes, we did. The ballot.
Now, were you one of the ones that made out the form about the number of the number of votes cast after the end of the day?
Yes, we had a sheet that all poll members had to sign at the end of the day.
Oh.
I don't recall the title of the...
All right. Let me show you. Plaintiff's Exhibit. That's a 9-page document. I wonder if you could... Every third page ought to have signatures on it. Did yours have your signature here somewhere?
Yes, sir. So the precinct number is 63.
Okay.
That's page 4.
And
And page 5.
And 6, too, I think.
This one not on page 6.
Oh, that, okay. Which is you're the second inspector?
Yes.
Sarah Henderson. Now, and is your signature on the second page as well?
Page 4 and page 5.
Did you fill out this form?
No, sir, I signed it.
And did you sign it believing it was true?
Yes, sir.
There's a statement there, number of provisional ballots D4. You see that?
I'm sorry, on which page?
On page 5. In the left-hand column about top middle.
Yes.
Number of provisional ballots 4. Okay. That's the number that your board reported, is that correct? And then number of TSX provisional ballots 14. You see that?
Yes.
That's the number your board reported?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, what documents or reports or logs or lists did Mr. Henderson or you or Diane Morgan or any member of the canvassing board bring here to the canvassing board as a part of the function of the canvassing board?
I don't believe I brought any documents or anything with me.
Is it your recollection that the canvassing board met in this very room we're in here, which I think is the meeting chamber of the City Commission of the City of Alachua?
Yes.
Do you recall what documents that Mr. Henderson had with him?
Obviously the absentee ballots, and then I believe possibly a tally sheet. I'm not sure specifically.
Did you ever see the tally sheet? I mean, did you ever work with the tally sheet?
I don't believe I did.
Okay. By tally sheet, you mean something to mark ballots on as you count them? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I believe it was similar to actually the board that's over there
I see.
that had, each precinct listed.
Something like that.
Similar, yeah.
Do you remember having seen copies of those documents that you just looked at that you assigned here at the canvassing board meeting?
I don't recall specifically, with the exception of coming up here, Mrs. Morgan and I were in the audience.
I see. You said that Mr. Henderson brought in the absentee ballots. Did he bring them in the ballot box?
I believe so. I don't recall.
And do you recall whether the ballot box was locked?
I don't recall specifically. To my knowledge, it had been locked, but I don't recall specifically. Actually, they had already begun before I came in.
What time did you come in?
Maybe 2 minutes after the meeting started.
Where were you prior to the time the meeting started and the time the polls closed at 7 o'clock?
The polls closed at 7 o'clock. We had our functions there, to get everything together.
Right.
And then I actually rode with the clerk of Precinct 63 of our precinct here to City Hall with the materials delivered to Mr. Henderson. And that was fairly late. There wasn't much time between when we got here and the meeting started, and then I went up. Actually, that's why I was late coming in. I was checking on my shoulder, and I was on the phone in my cubicle.
Okay. But you had no occasion to go into Mr. Henderson's office during that period of time?
Other than to deliver our materials.
To deliver the materials?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, do you recall that on that document you reviewed just a moment ago that your precinct voted or reported 4 provisional ballots and 14 TSX provisional ballots.
From looking at the paper, I didn't